day 2 workout at home. Today's workout, it's back, bicep and abs. And all the workout is going to be tricep, which means we're going to do 3 exercises back to back with no or minimal rest. We're going to start with a warm up. So I'm going to use this resistance band just to warm up the shoulders. So grab it like this, over your head, behind and back to forward, just like this. We're going to do this about 20-25 reps until you should feel really good warm up on the shoulders.
Wait, this is the breakdown.
The second warm-up exercise is bend over side raise. Grasp the left side of the resistance band with your right hand and the right side of the resistance band with your left hand. Hinge at the hip until your torso is almost parallel to the ground. Make sure to keep your back straight and your core tight. Then raise your hand to the side and then repeat the movement for about 25 reps. After the warm-up, the first exercise, it was underhand grip seated row. Grasp the resistance band with your hands, then sit with your knee on the floor. Before you start the movement, make sure to engage your lats by lifting your chest up and keep the shoulders down, just like this. This is your starting position. From here, pull the handles towards your waist and move your elbows behind the back as much as you can, then exhale and pause for a second. After a brief pause, return back to the starting position and then continue the movement for 25 reps.
All the way.
The second exercise is floor lat pull double D grip. Grasp the resistance band, then lay down with your stomach on the floor. Keep your hands wide and extended and the palm of your hand facing each other. This is your starting position. From here, pull the handles as low as you can. Exhale and pause for a second and then inhale and return the handles back to the starting position and then continue the movement. The third exercise is floor bicep curl. Grasp the resistance band with your hands, then lay down with your back on the floor. Keep your hands wide and extended and the palm of your hand facing towards the ceiling. Then curl the weight from full extension to full flexion. Exhale and pause for a second at the top. Then inhale and lower the weight back to the starting position and then continue the movement.
I said it's alright. Breaking a sweat. It's alright. Breaking a sweat. Okay, play that beat again.
And then I did a seated row Wii Bar. For the Wii Bar, grasp the resistance band with your hand, then sit on the floor with your knee. And again, before you start the movement, engage your lats by lifting your chest up and keep the shoulders down. Then pull the handles towards your stomach and move your elbows behind the back as much as you can. Then exhale and pause for a second. After a brief pause, return back to the starting position and then continue the movement. Make sure to exhale and squeeze at the end of every reps. Then I did floor lat pull wide grip. Grasp the resistance band with your hands, then lay down with your stomach on the floor. Keep your hands wide and extended and the palm of your hand towards the floor. From here, pull the handles as low as you can, then exhale and pause for a second. After a brief pause, return back to the starting position and then continue the movement.
Come on, baby,
Then I did floor hammer curl. Grasp the resistance band with your hands, then lay down with your back on the floor. Keep your hands extended and the palm of your hand facing towards your body. Then curl the weight from full extension to full flexion. Exhale and pause for a second at the top. Then inhale and lower the weight back to the starting position and then continue the movement.
I said it's alright. Breaking a sweat. It's alright. Breaking a sweat.
After back and bicep, Then I did abs. For the abs I did 4 different exercises back to back with no rest in between, and I did 3 sets. The first one, it was plank knee to elbows. To do this exercise, get into a plank position with your elbows directly under the shoulders and keep your body from head to toe in one straight line. Then bring the right knee towards the right elbows and then the left knee towards the left elbows as far as you can. The second abs exercise, it was double crunches, one of my favorite. To do this exercise, lay down with your back on the floor, keep your hands and legs extended, then crunch up and touch your toes, just like this. Exhale and pause for a second at the top, and then continue the movement. The third abs exercise, it was static plank. To do this exercise, get into a plank position with your elbows directly under the shoulders and keep your body from head to toe in one straight line. Then hold the plank for as long as recommended with your core tight. The last abs exercise, it was side crunches. To do this exercise, get into a side position, not exactly like this. As you can see here, I'm pointing to that side of glutes. Then keep one of your hands extended in front of you and in line with the shoulders, and the other one over your head. Then crunch up and touch your toes and keep your legs straight, just like this. Exhale and pause for a second at the top of every rep, and then return back to the sounding position. This one, it really burns.
I said it's alright. I'm breaking a sweat. It's alright. I'm breaking a sweat. Come on, baby, light my fire. I'm breaking a sweat. Yeah, it's alright. I'm breaking a sweat. I said it's alright. Breaking a sweat. It's alright. Breaking a sweat. Woo! That's good. That's good.
Make sure to stretch after every session, especially when you do strength or resisting session. As you can see here, I'm stretching my lower back and a little bit of the hamstrings as well here. So lift your glutes as high as you can, then drop your heel down to the floor. Just hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. Then come down to the floor. The next one, we're going to stretch your abdominal. Keep your hands below the chest, then lift your chest as high as you can into a cobra position, just like this. And again, hold here for 10 to 15 seconds. Then go into a child pose. For the child pose, make sure to put your glutes down to the floor and keep your knees wide. As you can see, I pointed there. Then reach forward as far as you can and make sure to keep breathing. Just relax. Hold it for 10 to 15 seconds and then reach to one side, either right or left. If you're turning to the right, then try to reach with the left hand as far as you can to get a good stretch on your oblique, your lats, and also a little bit on the abdominal. Once you're done on one side, make sure to about 10 to 15 seconds and both sides the same, then return to the other side, just like that. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow for legs and glutes. I've got an amazing workout for legs and glutes.